First Plus. Right now you are just looking at the live shot that we have set up outside of Grady Memorial Hospital, where we are awaiting an update at any moment now on a shooting involving a Douglas County deputy. The sheriff's office saying that a Douglas County deputy, 2 civilians, and a gunman were all shot in this incident. It happened earlier this morning in Douglas County around 9:30 in the morning. Deputies saying that they arrived at a home off of North Bear Drive near Kings Highway, and that is where they say that a person was shot. And the deputy went to apprehend the shooter, and that's when the two exchanged gunfire, according to authorities. Here's some video captured from our news helicopter over the scene shortly after this incident happened. The person who was originally shot was deceased. The reported gunman and the deputy were taken to the hospital, where their condition is still not known at this time. And a woman inside the home was also shot. The sheriff's office at the time, at the last check with them, did not know her exact condition either. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations is saying that they are also investigating this shooting as well. And outside of Grady Memorial Hospital, our Atlanta News First crews have seen cruisers escorted by the Georgia State Patrol. The Douglas County Sheriff, Tim Pounds, was also seen arriving at the hospital as well. Sheriff Pounds has said on social media that the situation is under control and there's no current threat to the community or nearby school. Because at one point, nearby Alexander High School, as well as Bill Arp Elementary and Yeager Middle School, were all on lockdown. So very, tense situation there, certainly frightening for parents and teachers and students, but the lockdown has been lifted. And we are, let me show you the live image again. We are awaiting an update from authorities there at Grady Memorial Hospital. Meantime, I want to let you hear from an individual from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office who we heard from a short time ago.
Our deputies made entry into the house to try to take this gentleman into custody. When they entered into the residence, they received gunfire, striking one of our deputies. They returned fire, striking the individual who had opened fire on the deputies, shooting the individual in the front yard and our officer.
And again, we are awaiting, as we look out live here at Grady Memorial Hospital, an update from authorities at any moment now. But the major headline out of this is that a deputy was shot along with a suspect and 2 others in this incident in Douglas County. It happened around 9:30 this morning at a home off of North Bear Drive near Kings Highway. So we're waiting for that update at any moment, and we're going to bring it to you live here on Atlanta News First Plus. You can also sign up for updates through our free Atlanta News First app, so you can get updates sent right to your phone if you're interested in just getting an alert. That way, you don't have to keep checking back. We'll let you know as soon as we do hear more. I also want to let you know about just some other news that has been happening around our area. With the ongoing war in Israel against the terror group Hamas, there have unfortunately been tensions even right here at home, and really a need for more understanding between various religions, various ethnic groups, people from various cultures as well. Well, now there's an effort underway to really celebrate diversity and celebrate differences between each other. My colleague Rebecca Schramm has more from Mays High School on an effort happening across Atlanta schools.
At first, Mays High School students gathered for the assembly to celebrate No Place to Hate Day couldn't read the signs their classmates were holding. But then they were asked to walk past this living museum so they could see why the students are sometimes bullied for their height, their brains, their bodies, or what they wear.
Over the years, I've been bullied about my skirts, and that's a part of my religion.
Sophomore Samantha Eason is Pentecostal.
Sometimes it upsets me, or I get sad about it.
Students of other faiths can relate.
People don't look at us, or even when they do, they look at us differently from every other student.
Students taking part in the exhibit say it was nice to hear words of encouragement from people who might now want to get to know them for who they are.
It kind of made me cry a little bit because like it's something like I never experienced before. So to be able to like do this is just really, it's really good.
And that's what we want to encourage, right? That we see everyone, we love you, we want you here, and this is a place where you can come and feel safe and belong and meet different people who are different from you.
And our thanks to Rebecca Schramm for sharing that story. Really a beautiful initiative that's happening. I want to let you know also about a major ruling from our state Supreme Court, and this impacts abortion rights. Okay, so this is an update to a story that we first broke yesterday on Atlanta News First. Georgia's abortion battle has ended with a win for those who are pro-life, call themselves pro-life, or they are against abortion. The state Supreme Court ruled that Georgia's so-called heartbeat law can be enforced.
Today is a day of victory. Thousands of children's lives are going to continue to be saved because our Life Act, the Georgia Heartbeat Law, is allowed to stay in effect.
Several groups had sued the state, saying that the law is unconstitutional. The lawsuit stated that this was the case because the bill became law when Roe v. Wade was still in effect, making abortion legal nationwide. However, the state appealed to the Georgia State Supreme Court, which overturned a Fulton County court's ruling. More legal challenges are expected to continue. All right, let's also talk about your social media. Totally different topic here, because I think if you're watching us on Atlanta News First Plus, you know, our streaming, you probably are on social media. And I need to correct the spelling of Instagram there, but you know what I meant. Let me just change it to IG, because we all know if you're on IG, you know, that's what we call it, IG. So Georgia really, our state and dozens of other states, in fact, have now sued Meta, which is the company behind Facebook and Instagram. It's the parent company. This lawsuit claims the social media platforms are designed to be addictive to children and teenagers in order to boost profits. This lawsuit also alleges that Meta routinely collects data on children under the age of 13 without consent from their parents, and that violates federal law, according to the lawsuit. In a statement emailed, Meta says that it is disappointed with the filing, that it is introduced, that it has introduced more than 30 tools to support teens and their families, and they argue that it is not addictive in that way that is being alleged. And that it does not violate federal law, and that it doesn't collect data without parental consent. But we're going to follow the latest on that story, of course, affecting so many of us who are active on social media. And of course, you know, I want to let you know that we are keeping our eyes on the situation at Grady Memorial Hospital, taking another live look here as one of our crews has their camera. We have team coverage here, so we have multiple crews fanned out, not only at Grady Memorial Hospital, but in Douglas County, which is where this shooting happened. But again, we're staying on top of this story of a deputy shot in Douglas County, in addition to a suspect and two others. It happened just hours ago, 9:30 this morning. Let me show you some video from the scene that we captured from our news helicopter overhead. But again, it happened at a home off of North Bear Drive near Kings Highway. Authorities telling us that a person was shot. Then the deputy went to apprehend the shooter, and that is when the two exchanged gunfire. The person who was originally shot was deceased. The reported gunman and the deputy were then taken to the hospital, where their condition is currently unknown at this time. And a woman inside the home was also shot. The sheriff's office not giving specificities on her exact condition at this time either. So that is why, you know, like I say, our news camera is outside of Grady Memorial Hospital waiting for any updates. And, you know, the lockdowns have been lifted from the area. Schools that were put on lockdown for a while, Alexander High School, Bill Arp Elementary, and Yeager Middle School had been on lockdown. Lockdown lifted there. But we are keeping our eye on this to bring you any new updates. Again, we are awaiting a press conference and update from authorities and hospital officials. So hopefully we'll have some more information for you. But keep it right here on Atlanta News First, Atlanta News First Plus, or you can download our free Atlanta News First app, and you can get updates sent right to your phone with all the latest information. Okay, well, thanks so much for joining us, and have a great day.